Sila-i Rahim, Vuslat is very important in Islam, but when I want to spend time with my family, I dive into dunya, because all they like to do together is shopping, gossiping, and watching TV laughing,
Yeah.
even though they are Muslims. How can I keep Sila-i Rahim and be away from haram?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Well, that is the way of the world now. If the parents see you going to party, they say, my son, very good, you're going to enjoy yourself, you're still young. You should go to party, you should talk to people. Here, I give you some money, go. If the son or the daughter says, Baba, I am going to go to Dergah or to Masjid to make a zikr, oh, that's when all hell will break loose. And they're going to ban you from doing that. This is the way of the world now. Now, this depends, this question. If you're a murid, we may give you an answer according to that. If you're not a murid, we may give you an answer according to that too. Because it's slightly different now. Say you are not a murid. And you say Silatul Rahim is very important. But what is Silatul Rahim? Silatul Rahim, what is Rahim? Is compassion. Silatul Rahim meaning to have good, strong friendship, good, strong love between the family members. And of course, there's so many ayat, so many hadiths talking about don't break the Silatul Rahim. Don't break your relations with your family. But don't break your relations to the family when the family is doing what? When the family is following Allah and His Prophet. It is forbidden for you. Yes. When your family is following Allah and His Prophet, when your family, they are running to follow the awliya Allah, they are running to do good things, it is forbidden for you. But what happens when they are not running after good things and you want to run after good things? What happens when they are doing so many wrong things? And their idea of Silatul Rahim, family ties, is for you to participate in these wrong things. Silatul Rahim is not to each other. Silatul Rahim is with each other to Allah. If there is just Silatul Rahim to each other for this nafs, for this dunya, the destination is a hellfire. You're going to make hell here in the world. Because how long is this going to last? Everything that you do according to nafs is not going to last. It's going to bring a disaster for you. My family doesn't matter. We are entering now the holiday seasons. Families are coming together once, twice, 3 times a year. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour is good. Half an hour is a very long time to say it's good. Later, you know how it is. They spend thousands of dollars dressing very nice, cooking nice food, making everything nice, house is nice, everything is nice. A few minutes, they he, very nice. Later, they turn and they become animals. Later, they start fighting. Later, they start bickering. Later, all these wrong things come up. Why is that? Because what is gluing you together, the Silatul Rahim, it is not Silatul Rahim, it is Silatul Hubub Dunya. You can only have the Silatul Rahim if it is connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You want to spend time with your family. They slip into a dunya. If you are ahli dunya, you should be very happy. But if you are not, if you feel very tight, be patient. Spend some time, sometimes spend with yourself, with Allah, with His Prophet. If they are insisting and pulling you all the time, then you have to stand up. Everyone is a Hakkani. You have to stand up for the right. And you say, I like to spend, but I'm busy doing other things. You come up with some excuse, come up with 70 excuses. If they're still pulling you down, they say, I don't like to do these things. It doesn't fit to me now. What is wrong with that? Your family is doing one thing. You want to go out with your friends. You know how to say to your father, to your mother, I don't want to spend time with you. I want to go out with my friends. But suddenly in the way of Allah, you get very embarrassed to say to your parents, I don't want to spend time with you. I want to spend time with Allah. And I want to spend time with His Prophet. I want to spend time with the awliya Allah. Try to keep some balance with them. If you know that it's going to be a one big fight like that, I'm not telling you families getting together to stay away from them. Go spend some time, put one ear, take it out through the other ear, go in and come out. But if it's really killing you, be more patient than that time. But if it's really pulling you down to that kind of level, then that time you need to stand up a little bit for the sake of haqq in these days. If they're doing haram things, forbidden, openly forbidden things, there is no permission for you or for me, for anyone, to say, well, because of Sila-i Rahim, I have to be in haram now. Today's Muslims are very smart. They say, well, my whole family is, say, for example, drinking. And for the sake of Sila-i Rahim, I have to drink too. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. No, it doesn't work like that. Stay away from those kinds of confusion. You heard the khutbah today, right? You heard what that Sahabi, the Ansar, is saying. That is, first Sila-i Rahim you have to have is to Allah. To Allah and His Prophet. If your Sila-i Rahim with Allah and His Prophet is correct, then those ones who are running after Allah and His Prophet, you have to make Sila-i Rahim with them. If they are not running after Allah and His Prophet, ﷺ, especially in these days, even if they're your family, give them certain rights. You are going to help them if they're in need, but you're not under the same obligation. You're not. Take it any way you want, inshallah rahman. Because Islam, it is not blindly following. There is a law you're blindly following. Yes, we should not disobey our parents. But if your parents are disobeying Allah and His Prophet, and is pulling you to disobey Allah and His Prophet, you have to disobey them. Where it's saying you have to listen to them. They're disobeying Allah and His Prophet. Now, if you have a shaykh, before you do anything, consult. Don't get so gung-ho and try to tell them and lecture them and give them sohbet. No need for all of that. You know what you're supposed to do. Balance it. Pray for them. As much as enough. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, say.